Hello and welcome to Pure Business. I'm Tim Pipher. For over 10 years, this mother-daughter duo from San Diego has been digging high and low to help customers find that perfect piece to make their house a home. Here now is one half of the duo, co-owner of Poway Countryside Barn, Liz McNamara. Hello, Liz.
Hi, Tim.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Please sit down. Tell me, Liz, you're located in the beautiful city of Poway, California. We talked a little bit about that. I really love Poway. To me, it's kind of a destination point. But anyway, it's in San Diego County, so you're still handy to San Diego. How would you describe your business?
We're a mother-daughter team. We have a home furnishings and decor boutique in Poway, California. We're actually in Old Poway, the heart of it all. And we really specialize on blending old with new, finding that perfect piece to make your house a home. And by working with my mother, we actually get to hit a broader spectrum of customers because we have two different tastes that we kind of blend together as well. So you have multiple options, which it's also a blessing that I get to work side by side with her.
Terrific. I know you've been doing this in one way or another for 10 years or so now. How did it all get started?
I started it over 10 years ago, actually as a high-end clothing store, did really well, and then the economy crashed and had to change what I carried and the demand of my customers. My mom became a partner with me a couple years into it, and then we took over another store in our same center and merged the two businesses together, and then still listening to our customers and what they were asking for and kind of the demand that was out there, we slowly merged into a home furnishings and decor store specializing on blending vintage in so you can have that heart in your home.
Well, you really do have wonderful stuff. It's just so interesting, usable products. How do you source your products? In other words, where do you get them?
We go all over the place. Since we carry new and vintage, we are on the road a lot. We go to showrooms for those new pieces. We really want to touch and feel and hold those pieces, make sure the quality and the price points make sense, but it's good and it's going to stand the test of time. And then we hit the road with our trailer and we go out to barn auctions, we go out to the Midwest. We've got people that go out and collect for us throughout the year, and then we go and load our trailer up with all their pieces. We even have a couple people that go over into Europe and import the vintage pieces from there, and we get to dig through their shipping containers. So it's a lot of groundwork and definitely a lot of digging, but again, it's time that my mother and I get to spend together, and it's a lot of fun.
Has that digging resulted in any surprises, like any trash to treasure style stories?
I'd say the biggest one is actually in my personal home at this point. We have our actual family homestead in Montana. It's still in our possession, but we had to tear down our barn that was over 100 years old because it wasn't structurally sound anymore. All the good wood got used on the house, but I started digging through the burn pile to see what was in there. I brought a bunch of wood home and a big structural beam that I thought, oh, this would be cool to use someday for something. I had it in our storage, wasn't sure what I was going to do with it. And when I remodeled my home a little over a year ago, I sent that wood off with someone who builds tables for our store, and he came back, and I have a beautiful farm table now that's made out of our old barn wood, and then that structural beam that I had saved is now my fireplace mantle. So I still have a big piece of our family history, but it's now in a new usable way, and it's in my home. So
that is wonderful. Not only is it so special to you, even if it were just a generic piece, you just couldn't get a piece like that. You couldn't go down to the department store and get anything like that.
No, the quality of vintage and old and handmade, you just don't find anymore. And that's what we love. We love to find pieces that just stand the test of time, that are true, unique in their original condition, and that's what we really concentrate when we're out there looking.
Now, on the other side of the coin, do you ever make mistakes?
Unfortunately, those happen all the time, especially traveling on the road with our trailer and we're cramming pieces in and trying to get to another location. They don't always last as well, or we find that piece that we think is really cool, but then nobody else does. So we have those. I'd say my most recent was a model ship. And after traveling with that a little bit, I'm never going to buy a model ship again.
Now, I understand that items with a spiritual or Bible verse are always in demand. Why do you think that is, and who are purchasing those types of items?
They have always done really well for us. I think we have customers that have a little sense of faith, no matter what their belief is, and to have that little piece of memento in their home to remind them on a daily or get them through their day, I think it's done really well. We also do very well at Christmas time because we, as a store and retail, have focused on the meaning of Christmas. We say Merry Christmas, we carry nativity scenes, and we've really gone back to that reason for the season. And we have a great support from our community because of it.
Well, I've got a feeling that you actually know members of your community, and you've get to know over the years your customers. Are there any favorite heart-touching customer stories that you can share?
Oh man, we've got a great customer base, a big following. They've really supported us through the years, supported me personally. But the biggest one would probably be this little boy, Isaac. He has a few different disabilities, but he comes into the barn during his daily walk, and he had a problem with change when he first started coming in. He didn't like things moved around. If our employees left the back door open, he would close it. He knew the rules better than they did.
Wow.
And but I don't keep the store the same. I'm constantly re-merchandising and moving things around, and so he had to learn to kind of adjust to that. And we remodeled a couple years back, and during the remodel process we were closed, but we would let him in every couple days so that he could see the big changes, so it wasn't one big drastic, we're a brand new store. He got to kind of adjust to it. And he definitely learned to accept change and got excited with the different things that we were doing in the store. And one Christmas, we closed down for a couple weeks to turn the entire store over for Christmas because it is such a big time of the year for us. And again, we would let him in so he could see what we were doing. His mom came in to talk to us, and it was the first Christmas that they had got to celebrate as a family. He actually allowed them to decorate their home, and he actually participated in the decorating. It was something they had never experienced before because he wouldn't allow it. And to see his mom's face and the joy that they got to actually be able to have this little piece of a family, which every mom wants to celebrate Christmas with their kid. And that's kind of what we do, and that's why we do it. And to have that big of a change in somebody's home, we'll do it again every year.
What a fantastic thing. Is Christmas your favorite time of the year?
It definitely is. I unfortunately only get about 3 months a year off of Christmas.
Now, what do you mean? What do you mean by that?
We order Christmas and kind of figure it all out in January and February, and then the shipments and the collection starts in June, and then in October we're turning that entire store over for Christmas, and then November and December is when our customers get to shop it. So it's a big time of year for us, but it's a lot of fun. We've turned the whole store over for Christmas because, like I said before, we believe in Merry Christmas. We believe in the reason for the season. We carry the nativity scenes. In retail, Christmas kind of gets lost nowadays, and we've really gone back to the heart of it. We celebrate all holidays and, support all religions, but Christmas has become a heart of what we do, and our customers have been phenomenal about supporting us for that and have really used our store to create family traditions. They come in to find that unique ornament that they're not going to get anywhere, bring the kids in to shop and get to pick items out, and we really enjoy that, and we love the season, and I don't think I'll ever lose the spirit of Christmas, even though it's such a significant part of my year. I just enjoy it so much.
Now, I know you're really doing well at events where you're exhibiting and selling items in other venues. How did you decide to combine these road shows with your existing retail store?
That kind of happened organically. Originally, we picked up a couple locally within San Diego to kind of showcase what we had and let other San Diegans know that we existed. There was a store in their community that they can shop at year-round that carry these fun vintage items, and really just be able to talk one-on-one and show these pieces, and more of a marketing experience. But we had a lot of fun. We did really well with it, and then we got invited to do more shows out on the road. And we really enjoyed it. The vendors are all really great. We have fun kind of sneak shopping before the show's open, see what everybody else has brought in. And it just became this little bit of, we got momentum on it, and it just kind of grew, and we now hit the road at least 12 times a year. And so it's a lot of work, but it's definitely become a big part of our business, which has caused us to restructure what we do in the store.
And do you publicize where you're going to be, or do you just, so customers can kind of hunt you down that you're in, whatever, San Diego this week, you're in Burbank next week, or do you let the customers know so that they find you, or do you just depend on the locals wherever that venue is to come in and discover you?
We do. We definitely market ourselves on our Instagram and our Facebook page. We're always telling people where we're going to be, what we're going to bring. We kind of take little themes with us. So certain pieces we'll put to the side. They don't even go into the store, and we say we're going to bring this with us to Scottsdale or Arizona, or up next is coming Paso Robles, and these are the fun little pieces we're bringing just for you. And we've gotten a pretty significant customer base in the little towns that we visit, and so that's a lot of fun. They look forward to seeing us, whether it's once or twice a year, and they know they're going to get their unique goodie that we've brought just for them.
Now, back to the store, you've recently changed your model to only opening the store once a month. Now, that's really a different approach for a retail store, isn't it?
Definitely is. It was scary. It was scary to announce to our customers our loyalty that we weren't going to be there every day for them anymore. I mean, really, we're there every day. We're just not open. But with retail and the way things are constantly changing, we are trying to always stay ahead and evolve and come up with a new way to experience shopping. And our events that we were doing were getting really fun. They were getting bigger and bigger, and we decided to take that momentum and really grow on it, and decided instead of quarterly, we would go to once a month. So we're now only open 3 days a month. It's really fun. We change the store over every single time. There's a different theme. So when you're coming to experience your time at the barn, it's a brand new store every single time, and you have all kinds of new things that you get to shop through and see. You grab a friend, go to lunch, shop for the day, and people need a reason to shop, and so we're trying to help create that excuse to go out there and have fun and enjoy your day.
And I know those days that you're open are set in stone. You've already got them scheduled for a year out. How do your clients and prospects, your customers, find out what days you're open?
We do a lot of social media. I'm on it pretty much every single day, posting and reminding people. Facebook and Instagram, again, is really big for us, and we're constantly have our schedule out there. And then we also have flyers and postcards. We send mailers out to our customers, but we're always in your face reminding you, this is where we're going to be, this is when you can find us, these are the items that we have.
So that's really a nice summary, I think, of your marketing plan. Is that how you market yourself?
Social media has changed the way we run our store, and the amount of support we've gotten from the community over the last couple of years significantly. We do Facebook and Instagram are our two biggest pieces. It's a really easy way for us to show you right now, this is what we have. Websites get outdated for us, especially because we have so many one-of-a-kind pieces that, you know, I might have it today, but it's not going to be there tomorrow. And so by using Facebook and Instagram, and now Facebook Live and the Instagram stories, I can keep you as up to date as I possibly can, and also keep it real. Remind everybody that we're real people, and we're really doing the work to find these pieces, and we're putting our best foot forward to give you the best quality products that you're going to find. And social media has given us that outlet, and also allows us to find new customers. I think any store that's trying to get out there and get new customers in, it's a great way to reach a new dynamic that you wouldn't necessarily reach, you know, sending out your mailers to the same customers month and month.
Well, things change, that's for sure. What are you focusing on now that you weren't focusing on 3 to 5 years ago?
We're definitely focusing on our events and the travel shows. With our vintage, one-of-a-kind pieces, they move so quickly that by only being open for a short period of time or hitting the road to go to the next show, you know you've got to come and you've got to shop, and then we're gone. And I think that is definitely a big significance from being open 7 days a week in the past.
And what do you want to be focusing on in 3 to 5 years?
We would love a real barn. I think that's the biggest thing, is people don't realize we're not a real barn. We're in a shopping center, we look like a barn. But if someday we could find a big, beautiful barn on a land and incorporate other businesses into what we're doing, I think would be amazing. Our events would get bigger and it'd get more fun. Kind of like what Joanna has done with the silos, but on a smaller scale. I've got friends that are amazing bakers. I would love to have a bakery. I don't bake. I'll taste test all day long.
Right.
And my mom's always wanted a nursery. So if we can kind of combine all that together and help these smaller businesses trying to start up and get clientele, if we can create an atmosphere where that's all there and it's all accessible, I think that would be an amazing opportunity.
Now, what are some of the tips you would offer others thinking about getting into the home furnishing space?
Be unique, be different, be true to who you are. Don't try to copycat what's out there, because that's not going to work. You've got to believe in what you're doing. You've got to love what you're doing. You have to have the passion standing behind that. So you have to be true to yourself and find something. Find your own little niche so that you're not trying to compete with who's next door to you.
Well, Liz McNamara of the Poway Countryside Barn, you've got something going great there. Really appreciate you coming in, and what a wonderful way to spend a day. I don't know if it takes a whole day at the barn, but I bet you could easily spend the whole day poking around. But what a wonderful place you've got, and I just wish you much success. We've got your contact information and address up on the screen. And again, wish you much success. Thanks very much, Liz.
I appreciate it.